The Clip Show. Frida and Barry sat one night. The sky was clear, the stars were bright. The wind was soft, the moon was up. Frida drained her cocoa cup. She licked her lips, she felt sublime. She switched off Gardner's question time. Barry cringed in fear and dread as Frida grabbed his tie and said, "Let's do it, do it while the mood is right. I'm feeling appealing, I've really got an appetite. I'm on fire with desire, I can handle half of the tenors in a male voice choir. Let's do it tonight." But he said, I can't do it, I don't believe in too much sex. This fashion for passion turns us into nervous wrecks. No derision, my decision, I'd rather watch the spinners on the television. I can't do it tonight. So she said, let's do it, do it till our hearts go boom. Go native, creative, living in the living room. This folly, for jolly, bend me backwards on my hostess trolley. Let's do it tonight. But he said, I can't do it, my heavy breathing days are gone. I'm older, feel colder, it's other things that turn me on. I'm imploring, I'm boring, let me read this catalogue on vinyl flooring. I can't do it tonight. Then she said, let's do it, have a crazy night of love. I'll strip bare, I'll just wear stilettos and an oven glove. Don't starve a girl of a palaver, dangle from the wardrobe in your balaclava. Let's do it tonight. But he said, I can't do it, I know I'll only get it wrong. Don't angle for me to dangle, my arms have never been that strong. Stop pouting, stop shouting, you know I pulled a muscle when I did that grouting. I can't do it tonight. Let's do it, share a night of wild romance. Frenetic, poetic, this could be your last big chance. To quote Milton, to eat Stilton, to roll with gay abandon on the tuft Wilton. Let's do it tonight. I can't do it, I've got other little jobs on hand. Don't grouse around the house, I've got a busy evening planned. Stop nagging, I'm flagging, you know as well as I do the pipes need lagging. I can't do it tonight. Let's do it while I'm really in the mood. 3 cheers, it's years since I caught you even semi-nude. Get drastic, gymnastic, wear your baggy Y-fronts with the loose elastic. But let's do it tonight. I can't do it, I must refuse to get undressed. I feel silly, it's too chilly to go without my thermal vest. Don't choose me, don't use me, my mother sent a note to say you must excuse me. I can't do it tonight. Let's do it, I really upholstly must. I won't exempt you, want to tempt you, want to drive you mad with lust. No contortions, smear an avocado on my lower portions. Let's do it tonight. I can't do it, it's really not my cup of tea. I'm harassed, embarrassed, I wish you hadn't picked on me. No barter, a non-starter, I feel about sensuous Jimmy Carter. I can't do it tonight. Let's do it, I really want to run amok. Let's wriggle, let's jiggle, let's really make the rafters rock. Be mighty, be flighty, come and melt the buttons on my flame-proof nightie. Let's do it tonight. Let's do it, I really want to rant and rave. Let's go, 'cause I know just how to want to behave. Not bleakly, not meekly, beat me on the bottom with a woman's weekly. Let's do it tonight. There you go. Alright, so there was a bloke called Gavin, right? And he and his girlfriend Pauline, right? They lived in LA, right? And in LA, you don't have doorbells, right? You have smart buttons, right? So whenever someone comes to the door and they want to get your attention, they press the button and it says, big tits, like that. Or, depending on the pressure, clitoris, right? Stuff like that. Like, big knob, right? It's a bit smutty, right? And that goes throughout the house, and Gavin and Pauline go, oh, and someone's at the door, because I can hear, smut, right? But when they went to the door, they couldn't believe it. It was only Mr. Nachos selling nachos again, and he was there, and he was a very skinny dude with an afro and a little vest, a little blue vest, and he was holding 2 bowls of nachos, and he was going, Nacho man, I bet you wanna sleep with a Nacho man. And Gavin shut the door, and Pauline was like, what the hell you do that for? I was listening to that, I was enjoying the nachos. So we can't have that happening. What will the neighbours think? We can't let someone like that in here. Especially carrying all them bowls of nachos. But I like nachos, Pauline said. Gavin said, all right, we'll relent. We'll relent. I'll open the door. Opens the door, and there's Bumblebee Man from The Simpsons in full 2D form. And they're like, what happened there? So Pauline shuts the door. And they're like, what the hell? What happened there? Next thing they hear is, Cunnilingus. Someone's hitting the doorbell again. So they open the door, and there he is again. Nacho man. Don't you want to be a Nacho man? And everyone's nodding along and cheering. And then he gets the 2 bowls and smashes it in their faces. And then he looks down at their bodies on the floor. They're unconscious with nachos sticking out of them, penetrating from their skull and their eyeballs, right? And he looks down and he says, that's for what you did to my son. And then he walks off down the street. Nacho man. And then Bumblebee Man comes over in 2D form, just hobbling into view, and goes, hey, caramba. Huh? Look at that. Hey guys! Huh? There you go. Hey you guys! Yeah. Oh, see? Told you wouldn't be disappointed. Well, it's a hard one to wear, gotta be honest with you. Got this the other day. Thought it might be fun to add to the collection. The Wear the Mask collection. Because I can only see out of one eye, so it's a bit challenging as well. The mouthpiece isn't all that comfortable, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, I can't talk like he does all the time, but like I can't with a better voice, something like hello there, hello guys, something like that, maybe. Still, there we go. That's one for the list for the mask wearing redemption. God, I'm bored. Oh. You've got wanker's whiplash then. Oh. Hello. I've heard I've been summoned once again from my inner sanctum. Immortality, my dear boy. Oh, you're speaking my language. Oh, yes, I know a thing or two about immortality, let me tell you. Now, first thing you need to know about immortality is it's not for everybody. Okay? It's for the very privileged among us. Yes, and I'm not talking about that game where you go around killing jelly beans. No, I'm talking about the saved. Yes, the saved among us. I've had many people compliment me on my forehead, thank you very much. It's because of the big brain that it encases. Now, immortality, another thing about immortality you should know is that you cannot live forever. Nope, it's a common myth. You actually, with immortality, and I know because I've got it, you actually live for 80 years. Big brain, yes, absolutely. You live for 80 years, no matter what. Okay? So, we call it immortality because of the fact that it's, well, that's what it's called. I didn't coin it. It was in the book. But Basically, if you're from wherever you take the potion, it gives you 80 years. So once you then take another potion, you can live another 80 years. As long as you keep taking the potion, you can keep living another 80 years. Unfortunately, you still age. So the problem is that you will keep beating. Eventually, all your body will waste away, and you'll just be a pumping heart or a brain in a jar. At which point, you cannot take the medicine anymore, and you will evaporate. Well, I mean, it does depend on how you use it. It doesn't stop aging. If you want to stop aging, then I can assist you there, because I also have access to the Fountain of Youth. That's why I've looked this way, as you see me here, for the last 2 years. Oh, yes. Yes, you could say that I'm still a dapper chap. There he is. What do you call me? I was turned into a vampire in 1482. Vampires do not exist unless you believe in them. So, Meatloaf, if you believe you are a vampire, you need saving, my boy. What you need to do is cut off your left testicle. Cut off your left testicle, my boy. Send it to me in a jar. I will then insert the jar into me. Okay? This will then cause my body to prolapse all its organs. Right? Then the mucus formed from the pus that is caused from the prolapsing, I will send to you. You must drink it. 2 spoons every morning and every night. Right? When you get up and go to bed, right? You take that, and then your right testicle will fall out. When your right testicle falls out, that will mean you are no longer a vampire. I am not Mr. Reginald. I am often referred to as Reg to close friends, in which case you can call me Mr. Fwait. T-W-A-T. Mr. Fwait. Mr. Boot, are you trying to bamboozle me with words? Because I can tell you now, if you want a word off with me, I can leave you on the floor. In fact, I will sweep the floor with you. You're going to stay a vampire. It's your choice, my boy. But believe me, Mr. Metcalf will be coming after you now that you've outed yourself. Of course, you can always join the inner sanctum, and we can keep a close eye on you and your testicles. What is this game? Don't understand video games. They do nonsense. But good to know that there is a cure. Yes, there is a cure. There is a cure to your torment and your everlasting pain. You may believe you are a vampire. I can assure you, you probably are. But there's a good chance you're not anyway. You may be just delusional. Mr. Boot. Mr. Boot. I hope you don't mind me calling you by your real name, Mr. Booticious. You are a troublemaker, I detect. I see a lot of them in my field, and I shoot them and tell them to get out of my field. They don't listen. They cause trouble. Hence why I can see you coming a mile off, my friend. There's a reason why I wear these glasses. It's because I have poor sight from heavy masturbation as a youngster. That's right, Mr. Fwait. Okay, you're trying to have some more wordplay with me, Mr. Bootdip. I can assure you, Mr. Booticious Dipisional, that you are going to lose. I'm going to hit you with a word now that will knock you back off your seat and will make you cry in pain. Are you ready? P. There we are. I don't know who this Trundles is. He sounds like a bundle of trundles. There you are. P. P, P, P. See? There we go. Savage. Yes, that's a good word. That's good. I like that. Delta, have you ever thought about joining the Holy Order of... Did I say order? Forget I mentioned anything. Now, what is this? Why do I see... Is that Notre Dame? Very intriguing. I holidayed in France once. Never going again, though. They have no hygiene over there. The place was filthy. I mean, I did go and visit a rubbish depot, but still, it was filthy. I collect stamps of... Well, I make stamps. I collect them. Of refuse centres. You cannot string together letters and tell me they are a word. I am a scholar, my friend. I know when I'm being lied to. I just hope that one day all of you will see that you are lost and needing of help, and that perhaps for a good figure, such as $99.99, that you will accept the offer to send me your blood. I will then bless the blood. I will send it back to you. You must insert the blood back into you, including the jar that I contain it within. Then you shall be saved and welcome into the inner sanctum impeccum. Mr. Bootdip, you seem to think that rhyming is clever. Well, let me tell you something. You can take your Instas, you can take your Snapchatters, you can take your Book of Face, you can take your goggles, and you can take your Twatter, and you can stick them so far up your booty ass. You have pushed me, dear boy. I curse you. Oh, yes. I curse you, Bootdip. I curse you. And now, when you least expect it, an onion will fall on your head. Good day, sir. So there was this bloke called Gavin, right? Stop me if you heard it. But there was a bloke called Gavin, and he worked in a laundromat, okay? And a laundromat, if you're not aware, is a place where people go who don't have washing machines, and they go to the place and they pay and use a washing machine there in a public laundromat. So he was in there one day, he was doing his jobs, he was cleaning out the gutters and the pipes. That's not his job, but he has nothing better to do. When in comes this smoking hot babe, so he ate it. Yeah, nice bit of gammon. But then he went back to doing the pipes, and the next thing he knows, this smoking hot lady enters, and he's like, "Whoa, I'm on here. Where you fucking Gavin? I'm on here." So she was doing her laundry, like you do, and he thinks, right, I'm gonna approach, I'm gonna say something clever. And he was thinking, well, what are the clever things I've said in my past? He was reflecting on his own memories. Then he had a memory. He remembered the last time he approached a girl. He said, "Hey, did you fall from heaven, love? Because you look like you have and broken every bone in your face on the way down." It's improv. Give me a chance here. And he thought, I'm not gonna do that. Then he remembered another time, and this is a variant on the same joke. Keyword variant. He said, "Have you fallen from heaven? Because your face is a fucking state, love." And again, he remembered, no, that ended up with a gin and tonic in the face. Which he then remembered he should always keep his mouth open when confronting a lady. So this time he thought, you know what, I'm gonna do a different tact. I think I'll go over and pinch her bottom. Yes, that's right. This man, not very pleasant. Well, what you expect? He eats gammon. So he goes over. He goes to pinch the bottom. Suddenly she turns around, grabs him by the wrist, twists it, turns him over. Kind of like a judo throw, bam, he goes down. And he just looks up at her and says, take me. And she fucks him. Let me think of a good way to start this story. Oh, I know! There was a bloke called Gary. But he died, so we're going to talk about Gavin instead, right? Gavin was his best mate. And Gavin was at his funeral, the funeral of Gary. And he was all dressed in black because that's what you do. And he was told, you're not wearing a Union Jack suit again. Not like you did at my mother's, right? So he was like, all right, I'll concede. I'll go dressed in black, no problem. So he was at the funeral, and he was there, and it was miserable. Everyone was crying. He wasn't. He didn't really like Gary that much, to be honest with you. In fact, he was glad to see the back of him. And the way they accidentally loaded him into the coffin meant that actually he was face down during the showing. So everyone thought he had a big comb over on his face, but it wasn't. It was just that was the back of his head. But anyway, he was there, and he was very parched. It was a very dry day in the summer. And he was thinking, what I could do with right now is some dew. At that point, they said, no, this is a Christian funeral. They went, no, a dew. And he said, do I do what? And he went, no, D-E-W. Oh, I do apologise. Well, you want to go over to the mountain stream over there. So he goes, oh, right, that's convenient. Because the cemetery was at the foot of a mountain. So he went over to the mountain stream, and he could have just got a refreshment from the actual stream itself. Instead, he started licking the dew off the rocks at the side of it. Everyone was watching him and thinking, what the hell's going on over there during a funeral of all things? Can you believe it? At that point, Big Potato walks up to him and says, I'm sorry, but... Well, no, she didn't say that. She said, hi, I'm Big Potato. Would you mind coming back to the funeral, please? Because this is really disturbing. And my cat is getting very sick. Gavin is like, I don't give a shit about your cat, love. Right? I'm enjoying my dew. You know what? Bring your cat over. He can have a good lick as well. Right? She goes, that's disgusting. Stop doing that. Stop talking. Get away from that stream. At that point, Gavin gets really feisty. He's like, look, if I want to lick this rock, I'm going to lick this fucking rock, right? So if you want some, right, you're going to get some of this, right? Right in her face. He was like, grr, get this. At that point, Potato was like, well, that's it. I've had enough of this. Pushed him in the stream, made love to him. Yep. That's it. Because we all know how much Big Potato likes streaming. Right, so Richie has taken Eddie to bed by dragging him upstairs. He's drunk, completely drunk, and he's carried him up there and put him to bed. Then Richie gets an idea to masturbate. So he breathes on his palm to warm it up and vanishes into his room, flexing his fingers. Okay. There is a tinkle of breaking glass downstairs, followed by some clattering noises. Richie comes out onto the landing. Eddie? Is that you, Eddie? A loud farty noise is heard from behind Eddie's door. Oh my God, there's someone downstairs. Eddie! Tap, tap, tap. Eddie! Tap, tap, tap. Eddie! Suddenly the door opens and Eddie punches Richie in the face. What the bloody hell? No. Shh. Listen, don't panic. But I think we've got some trouble downstairs. Well, that's no reason to wake me up. Just change your underpants and see the doctor in the morning. No, Eddie, no. There's more clattering. I think there's someone in the drawing room. The what room? The drawing room. I don't think I've been in there. What? You mean we got a room just for drawing in? Oh, you're so common, aren't you? What do you call it? The snug or the saloon or something? Oh, the lounge. That's it, yeah, the lounge. There's someone down in the lounge. Right, well, that's sorted then. I'm off back to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Eddie, no. There's more noises. Oh, God, what are we going to do? What about the burglars? You mean we got burglars downstairs in the sketching room? Yes. Ah! Richie punches him to calm him down. And then again. Okay. All right now? Yes. Good. Thank you. Oh, and Rich. Yeah? Eddie punches him. All right, now. Settled? Settled. Right. Now, what are we going to do? More glass breaks. Shit our pants? No. I've already done that. Oh, yeah, thought so. I'm on to stage 2. What about surrender? Good idea. They both put their hands up in the air and start to walk towards the stairs. No. They might beat us up. What? And cut our bodies into 1,000 different pieces? And skin us alive? Yes, and then put on our skins. Yeah, and do foul, depraved love-making to our still twitching corpses. Yeah, that's it. And eat our livers. Yeah, and drink our blood. Oh, and play cricket with our hearts. Yeah, and use our love truncheons as wickets. Ah, and then do weird sort of pagan dancing, flapping our skins about the room and smearing naked girlies' breasts with our throbbing, disintegrating brains. It's not much of an option, really, is it? No, really, no. Given the choice, I'd skip it. There was another loud noise. That sounds like the Chesterfield. No, I don't think it was that far away. Eddie, what if they're looking for drugs? Oh, we haven't got any drugs. That's what I mean. They'll be here all night. Well, why don't we chuck them a lemsip down the stairs? Eddie, these are hard men. They've been snowballing heroin all night. I don't think a hot lemony drink's going to assuage their depraved cravings. Got it. What about Bisodol? That should get them on the move. No, Eddie, there's only one thing for it. You're going to have to go downstairs all on your own and fight them off and phone the police. What? He runs into his room. Eddie, where are you going? Lester, give me a call in the morning when it's all blowing over. He closes the door. Richie sobs. Eddie comes out again with a gun in his hand. Only joking. It's very good for morale. Oh, what's that? It's my mother's old service revolver. Your mother's? Yes, it was all I was bequeathed. She left me on the doorstep. Just me, the carry cot, and this old revolver. Oh, and a little note that said, "Please look after my baby. I can't be bothered." She was a wonderful mother. How do you know? I saw the article in the Police Gazette. Well, that's lovely, Eddie. Off you go, down the stairs, see them off. Are you joking? Well, that's what the revolver's for, then. Well, I'll shoot the lock off the roof hatch. Oh, good idea, yeah. Why didn't we just use the key? God, it's always the same with you, isn't it? We come up against a problem, and what do? You find the simple, sensible solution, and everything's okie dokie. I get one little chance in my whole lifetime to look a bit sexy, to look a bit like Clint Eastwood, and by the way, I don't want to be called Eddie anymore, okay? I want to be called Dirty Eddie, okay? So out of the way, punk, while I shoot off the lock. Look, Eddie, do you want to be skinned alive and buggered? He holds the gun. I'd like to see you try. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the burglars. If you fire that gun, they'll hear you. Come on, we'll just take the key and we'll unlock the door, all right? Richie moves his leg as if to climb a ladder, but it's not there. Well, where's the ladder gone? Well, the police confiscated it, remember? When the nurses moved in next door. Oh, yeah. Well, never mind. You bend over and I'll climb on your back. Okie dokie, Skip. Right. He climbs onto Eddie's back. There's a loud noise. That sounds like the Sheffield. Look, Richie falls and he lands on the burglar. And I think we'll end the scene there. Woo, bloody hell. That was a bit longer than I thought it was, but one of my favourite scenes. I do like that. Oh. IJ, thank you. Obligatory eye. I just realised I can't actually put the headphones on unless I mess up my hair. And I wouldn't like that to happen. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello, potato. Hello. Hey, I'm Jim. You can call me Jimmy. Oh, thank you very much. And I can tell you, there's a lot of me that matches my hair. And what's that now? Okay. You want a true story? I'll tell you a true story, alright? I tell you, have you got to give me something? Boots. Boot dip dips. Well, that does remind me of a tale, actually. Now, stop me if I get too literal with you. But it reminds me of a time when I met a man named Boot Dip. It's quite convenient, really. He was a lanky streak of piss. And we call him Boot Dip. Because what he would do is he would take his boots and he'd dip them. Well, that might surprise you, and stop me if I get too literal with you. But all he would do is dip them in gasoline. He'd light them up. So he'd have these mighty glowing boots on his feet. And then he'd kick the rear ends of cows for his amusement. It's not all he did with the rear ends of cows, I can tell you that, but stop me if I get too literal with you. And what he did one day was he got blind piss drunk and he stumbled into the wrong part of the field. Let's just say that. And it was not a cow he was kicking. Oh no. He was kicking a bull. And that bull, oh, he tore him into a new one. Oh, he didn't need new boots, he needed new fucking legs after that, I can tell you. And I stop if I get too literal, but the ball basically sat on his face. And for a moment he was enjoying it, but then he started to realise he couldn't breathe. And he was giving us all the signs, but we were too busy laughing. Regardless to say, after that, we called him Boot Split. For the rest of his days. We still see him. Half of him lives in Glasgow, the other half in Edinburgh. Yeah, you might say to me, that story was bullshit. Nope, that's what he was. Oh, you can hear the background music. I can't hear the background music. I don't know what the fuck I'm going on here. I'm always wearing a kilt, dude. Right? Oh, I've never worn a kilt in my life. Don't stereotype me. Alright, I wore a kilt at a wedding once. Alright, it was mandatory. Stop me if I get too literal with you, but let's just say that the wind was blowing up a hell of a gusset. And I have low hanging balls. Yeah, right. What the hell's that? Discworld. The fuck? Alright, oh. What do I do? A book? Fucking boy, I've read a book in my life. Will I put it on video? Alright. So he's given me this book. Apparently it's not out on DVD. I fucking wouldn't buy it unless it was in the bargain bin anyway. Alright, it's called The Truth. So we're gonna read a bit of this now. I hope you're into it. Alright, okay. Fucking hell. Don't know why I agreed to do this. Now, I don't know what the contents of this book is like, but the last book I read, let's just say, didn't have words in it, and it was pretty fucking full on. Alright. Top shelf. The rumours spread through the city like wildfire, which had quite often spread through Ankh-Morpork since its citizens had learned the word fire insurance. Fucking hell. The dwarves can turn lead into gold. Dwarves? Little people? Alright. It buzzed through the fetid air of the alchemist's quarter, where they had been trying to do the same thing for centuries without success, but were certain that they managed it by tomorrow, or next Tuesday at least, or at the end of the month for definite. It caused speculation among the wizards at Unseen University, where they knew you could turn one element into another element provided you didn't mind it turning back again the next day. And where was the good in that? Besides, most elements were happy where they were. I was happy where I was. And they fucking moved me and brought me here. Not that much. Fucking hell. You better pay for my trip home. It got... Right. What the fuck? I can't even read. Too fucking pissed to focus. It seared into the scared, puffy, and sometimes totally missing ear of the Thieves' Guild, where people put an edge on their crowbars. Who cared where the gold came from? The dwarves can turn lead into gold. Fucking love to meet one of these dwarves. Merida? No, I don't have a daughter called Merida, you stereotypical git. It's my second cousin. Right. It reached the core but incredibly acute ears of the patrician, and it did that fairly quickly, because you did not stay ruler of Ankh-Morport for long, if you were second with the news. He sighed and made a note of it, and added it to a lot of other notes. The dwarves could turn lead into gold. It reached the pointy ears of the dwarves. Can we? Damned if I know, I can't. Yeah, but if you could, you wouldn't say. I wouldn't say, if I could say. Can you? No. What the fuck am I reading? Well, that's a bit of the truth. I don't know, is that the fucking Bible? That's all made up to me, fucking dwarves. Oh, I know exactly how many daughters I've got, love. Don't you worry about that. Precisely 5. Well, that's fucking it. There's 5. Not much to it. Although if you want to make it 6, then you're talking. 500? Oh, fuck off. I'm not having 500 of the little shits. Bad enough with the dwarves, let alone the fucking kids. Oh, we can make a few notches if you want. Now, stop me if I get too literal with you. But let's just say, there won't be fucking bedposts standing up. Well, I can't play the game. I can't even put my fucking headphones on. I don't even know what this shite is anyway. I prefer Overwatch. Have you got that? You got Overwatch? Do you play Overwatch? Of course you don't fucking play Overwatch, alright. Alright, well I think that's it for me. Fucking read a book, told a story or two. What do you fucking want? You better fucking pay my rent. That was the agreement. You're fucking right you are. Alright, I'm heading off. I'll make you blush, fucking hell. You're easily pleased, aren't you? We'll get on like a house on fire. It's the time of year, now that spring is in the air, when those 2 wet gits with their girly curly hair make another song for moronic holidays that nauseate in a million different ways. From the shores of Spain to the coast of southern France, no matter where you hide, you just can't escape this dance. Hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck chair up your nose, buy a jumbo jet, and then bury all your clothes. Paint your left knee green, then extract your wisdom teeth, form a string quartet, and pretend your name is Keith. Skin yourself alive, learn to speak Arapaho, climb inside a dog, and behead an Eskimo. Eat a Renault 4 with salami in your ears, casserole your gran, disembowel yourself with spears. The disco is vibrating, the sound is loud and grating, it's truly nauseating. Let's do the dance again. Hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck chair up your nose. Yes, you'll hear this song in the holiday discos, and there's no escape. In the clubs or in the bars, you would hear this song if you holidayed in Mars. Skin yourself alive, learn to speak Arapaho, climb inside a dog, and behead an Eskimo. Now you've heard it once, your brain will spring a leak, and though you hate this song, you'll be humming it for weeks. Hold a chicken in the air, stick a dick chair up your nose, buy a jumbo jet, and then bury all your clothes. La 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 la. Boom. There we go. That was the chicken song.